Sheikh Hasina and the authoritarianism debate. A political history. Simultaneously the leader of the Awami League. Sheikh Hasina, politician, one of the longest-serving prime. However, ministers in the history of Bangladesh. Tenure has been fraught with debates, praise, and criticism. Many opposition parties and critics have labelled her as an authoritarian, especially in light of allegations of political critics have labelled her as an authoritarian, especially in light of allegations of political repression, suppression of freedom of speech, and questionable electoral integrity. 2. Rise to power and prolonged rule. Sheikh Hasina first became Prime Minister in 1996. Since 2009, she has remained in power consecutively. Prolonged rule often raises concerns about power, centralization, and a drift toward authoritarianism. Repression of the opposition. The national elections in 2014 and 2018 saw limited participation from opposition parties, with some even boycotting them. These elections were marred by allegations of widespread irregularities, vote rigging, and partisan use of administrative forces. Suppression of freedom of expression. Many leaders and activists of the BNP and other opposition parties have reportedly been arrested, disappeared, or tortured in custody, charges that further fuel the accusations of authoritarian behavior by the government. Review and conclusion. In recent years, laws like the Digital Security Act have been used to silence journalists, bloggers, and ordinary citizens. There have been frequent accusations of lawsuits, arrests, and threats being used to stifle dissent and control the narrative. State control and institutional influence. The opposition claims that the Hasina administration has exerted significant influence over state institutions, including the judiciary, police, and election commission. Such control is said to weaken democratic structures and foster a one-man or one-party rule. The term authoritarian is a strong political label and its application often depends on one's perspective and interpretation of the facts. Sheikh Hasina's government has also spearheaded many developmental initiatives, such as the Padma Bridge, increased power, production, women's empowerment, and consistent economic growth. However, several elements, such as curtailment of free speech, questionable electoral processes, and the suppression of opposition voices, offer grounds to describe her rule as temporarily authoritarian from a critical viewpoint.